I heard Marissa whisper into a forbidden phone, "He trusts her. That is the opening we need." Then the heat under my skin flared, my senses sharpened, and something watched from the pines. I was changing, but would I shift before they came for me? The ceremony had technically ended, but the hall still thrummed with energy. Contestants drifted in shimmering clusters beneath the lantern glow, their conversations rising in excited bursts while pack representatives moved among them with quiet authority. I remained near the edge of the room with Collie beside me, trying to calm the flutter that refused to leave my chest. I had not recovered from touching Conrad's hand. The heat. The sudden spike in my pulse. The way my body had reacted before I could even think. Conrad stood near the center of the hall, surrounded by a semicircle of contestants. Their laughter rang too brightly, their bodies angled toward him in practiced flirtation. He listened with polite patience, nodding occasionally, offering small acknowledgments the way an alpha was expected to. But every soft smile they gave him twisted something tight inside me. Jealousy slid through me in slow, humiliating waves. A woman in shimmering gold stepped close enough to place her hand against his chest, laughing at something he had not even said. My stomach twisted. Movement rippled from the far end of the hall. Marissa entered the crowd like she owned it, her gown catching the lantern light. She walked straight toward Conrad, laid her hand on his arm, bold enough that everyone noticed. Marissa was gliding across the room now, her steps slow and deliberate, each one measured with perfect poise. But her eyes were sharp, searching, and she was coming straight toward me. "Lakin Ashwood," Marissa said, her tone smooth and honeyed, her gaze sweeping over me with calm precision that made the hairs on my arms rise. "I have been hoping to speak with you. This evening I imagine tonight has been overwhelming for someone who did not grow up in the center of pack politics after your daddy died. It has been a lot, but I am managing." Marissa nodded as if she approved, though nothing in her expression softened. "I admire that. Truly. Many women would crumble under this kind of pressure, especially those who were unexpectedly chosen. But you handled the ceremony with grace. I want you to know that if you ever feel lost, I am here. I do not mind helping women who are not accustomed to this environment. It is important to support those who have been less fortunate." Every word was gentle. Every word carried an edge. She was not offering kindness. She was establishing dominance. "It must be strange," she continued, "to stand here knowing the alpha remembered you. I imagine the familiarity is comforting, though I would not put too much weight on it. Conrad Calloway is gracious to everyone." "I know exactly what it was," I said quietly. "I have no illusions." Marissa's smile faltered for a fraction of a second. Then it returned, polished and perfect. "That is wise," she said. "The trials are designed for women prepared to step into something far greater than themselves. I would hate to see you hurt because you expected more than you were ever promised." "I appreciate your concern," I said evenly. "I will keep it in mind." Marissa studied me for a long, measured heartbeat, as if reassessing. Then she offered a soft farewell and drifted away, leaving murmurs in her wake. I felt him before I saw him. The air shifted, heavier, carrying that same unsettling warmth that had jolted through me when he touched my hand. My breath stalled, and I turned just as Conrad descended the shallow steps into the main greeting area. His expression was composed but tense, every line of him carved with control, as though he were walking toward something he would rather avoid. His eyes found mine immediately. The connection hit with startling precision. "Lakin," he said quietly as he approached. "I need to speak with you." I nodded and followed him toward a quieter alcove behind a stone pillar, where the lantern light dimmed and the noise faded. Once we were partially shielded, Conrad exhaled. He did not look at me right away. His gaze dropped, his hands clasped neatly behind his back, every inch of him held together with restraint. "I owe you an apology," he said. "An apology for what?" "For this. For you being pulled into something you were never meant to carry. I did not choose this. But I am managing it." "I know," he said. "And that is why I need to be honest with you, before this goes any further." He lifted his gaze, steady and unwavering. "Someone like you should not be here, Lakin." "Someone like me?" I asked. "A part of my past," he said quietly. "Someone I watched grow up. Someone I helped down from trees and patched up when she scraped her knees. I am not 10 years old anymore." "I know. But that does not change what you are to me." "And what is that?" "You are family Riker's sister, the daughter of the man who served my father. You belong to the world I was raised in. I cannot allow myself to see you any other way. I am not deciding your feelings. I am protecting you. These trials are political, ruthless beneath the ceremony. If the council believes I favor you, they will turn on you. On Riker. They will twist it into corruption and use it against all of us. I cannot allow that." "You think I do not understand what this is? I think you are too good to be used like this," he said. "Too gentle to survive what they will turn this into. You do not belong here. Not the way they will expect you to. I am saying there is no version of this where I could ever choose you. Not as a Luna. Not as anything more." "I understand," I said. He walked away, leaving me alone in the alcove with the ache in my chest and a wolf inside me that had finally begun to wake. The training grounds had been prepared before sunrise, long before the contestants stepped onto the packed earth, with eager eyes and tightly laced boots. Rows of targets lined the far fence, archery stands still glimmering with morning dew. The obstacle course twisted through the pines like a coiled serpent, its challenges intentionally brutal. When the contestants entered in 2 neat lines, dressed in the dark red uniforms issued that morning, my eyes found her instantly. Lakin. She stood near the back, quiet, her dark hair braided down her spine. I needed her distant. I needed her to move through these trials without drawing attention, without stirring the instincts in me that had flared the moment I saw her again. Elijah stepped up beside me, arms crossed as he scanned the field. Quite the lineup, he murmured. Some of them look ready to tear each other apart. Most of them are, I said. And a few look like they came to stare at you. My jaw tightened. It is day 1. They will adjust. Before he could push further, the horn sounded. The contestants moved into position for the first trial, a timed physical assessment built to test endurance, agility, and resilience. When Lakin stepped forward, something in me tightened again. She looked smaller than most. Leaner. Lacking the visible strength that seasoned shifters carried with ease. A few contestants whispered, smug. They expected her to fail. Then the horn sounded. And she moved. She climbed the rope wall with grit, slipping once before catching herself. She sprinted with surprising endurance. She moved through the tunnels with clean, efficient motion. By the time she reached the weighted sled, a murmur had already begun. 2 fully shifted contestants had failed there. Lakin wiped sweat from her brow, set her hands against the frame, and pushed. Nothing. A few smirks. Then something changed. She growled under her breath. Boy. Untrained. Wolf. And the sled moved. Not inch by inch, but steadily. Elijah straightened beside me. That is not normal strength. No, I said quietly. It is not. She dug in, dragged it forward, fighting for every inch. And when the sled crossed the final line with a harsh scrape, the field fell into stunned silence. She finished. She finished everything. Marissa stood nearby in a gleaming blue uniform that was against regulation, whispering to another contestant as Lakin passed. Their expressions sharpened, edged with irritation. Elijah shifted beside me. You cannot push her away one night and guard her the next morning, he said quietly. You will break yourself trying. The obstacle field stretched across the training grounds like a manufactured wilderness meant to expose every weakness. Steel towers rose toward the sky, ropes swayed from pulleys that groaned in the breeze, and the scent of dust and metal hung heavy in the air. Marissa's gaze found us. The other girl beside her leaned against a wooden post with calculated indifference, but her eyes sharpened the moment they landed on me. Satisfaction flickered there, soft as a blade's glint. I looked away quickly. The whistle he blew sliced through the training yard, turning every head toward him. Last run of the morning. Obstacle course B. Full gear required. First runner is Lakin, the supervisor called. I stepped onto the starting platform, fingers curling around the metal grip. Marissa caught my eye from several yards away. Her smirk deepened. The supervisor raised his hand. 3, 2, 1. Go.